All the TV do is tell us to be dumb and rich. All the TV do is tell us to be dumb and rich.
What's up, my people? Before we start the show, make sure you like the video, comment on the commentary, and subscribe to the channel. Become a part of the GVG family, because without you, there's no us. And as always, we thank you, and all praises to the Most High. Now let's get into it. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Hally back again. You know how we do. Gvg Podcast, Detroit represented to the day that I die, East Side in the building, and all that good stuff. Listen here. This is God versus God's podcast. This is the Most High God versus those little guys that we worship every day instead of him. Check me out. It's your boy Hally. You know how we do. Kicking in the door with the truth, with them opinions, with them facts, and we just let you simmer and you figure out how you gonna do it. We bringing more clarity though, I bet that. Now, going to get into the structured reading of what we're doing, and then I'm going to get into what I think. So what we're talking about today is the red pill, blue pill playground, the content matrix. So check me out. The red pill, blue pill playground, the content matrix. Many are capitalizing off of the blind frustration and impatient ignorance of the masses, claiming to know what is needed for joy or happiness, and in the process are gaining popularity and money, while most only gain a deeper separation from the opposite sex based on that little voice on your shoulder that you hear. You either have ignored it or it has become heightened through the narrative that you hear daily, and you make it your doctrine. Now, I won't discredit every creator. There are some who care, but this is another GVG moment. See, a lot of people's advice, it's great, but learn that the Most High is the ultimate advice giver. Have you ever asked the Most High to send a person for you? Are you even ready to receive that person? Many of us are projecting elevation on others while staying in the illusion of self-worth, acting as if we don't need to work on ourselves. We are all a work in progress. People like Just Pearly Things, MTR, Poor Man's Podcast, It's Tay Baby, Kevin Samuels, and Andrew Tate. I watch them from time to time, and they seem to bring hard truth and education with care. But now so many see the views and fame, and now everyone is a relationship expert or knows what everyone needs. But it's really just for clout and spoken to fit their narrative. The perfect life takes this, but they're not understanding that this takes critical thinking, data, research, experience, unbiased thought, and many other things. But from my perspective, I look to the Most High for guidance and instruction. That's the biggest difference. Colossians chapter 2, verse 8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the traditions of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ. I don't have anything against Kevin Samuels, of course. You know, he's resting now. I don't have anything against Andrew Tate. I don't have anything against Just Pearly Things or MTR of any of those people. I watch them. I listen. Fresh and Fit, different realms of the manosphere, the woman's sphere, as I like to call it, the blue pill, red pill, truth pill. But there's the biggest difference for me. All of those people are speaking from a worldly standpoint. And I'm not angry at that. You do what you do in this world. We have free will. But me personally, I speak from a standpoint of the Most High. So a lot of the advice that I will give you, yes, it's from personal experience, but it's also going to be led by the Holy Spirit. It's going to be led by the Most High. At least I try to. But most people, they're looking for financial stability. You know, they're looking for the cars, the houses, the six-pack, the beauty, the vanity. They're looking for all of these things that the world tells you is of value. But at the end of the day, a lot of those things can still allow you to get your heart broken. You can still find all of those things and it not work out for you. Now, I'm not saying that every relationship has to be under the Most High. Every relationship to me just has to be an agreement. There can be people who will smoke weed together and rob banks together and watch Netflix together and they dance off in the sunset. But if you are driven by the Most High, you cannot be unequally yoked. There's no way that you can be a Bible toter, as they would say, or a believer, and you're dealing with someone who doesn't at least believe to some standard and have an open mind to where you can guide them. So the Kevin Samuels of the world who would lessen your value based on your age or based on your children or based on your monetary status or, your masculinity or your femininity or what you should be doing by a certain age. Me personally, I don't look at those things because I'm looking at the spirit. The spirit is the most important thing for me. The spirit is the most important thing for believers because we count all those things as dung. At the end of the day, whether you have money or not, whether you have the best cars or not, whether you have the best clothes or not, we look at the spirit. Because when you take all of those things away, all you have left is your character, your spirit, your mind. If you're courteous, if you're nice, if you have the Holy Spirit and you look to the Most High. So you can be rich in spirit and poor in pocket. But a lot of us would rather be poor in spirit and rich in pocket. We love the attitudes. We love living this life where it's so superficial and everyone wants to be us. But this life we live in, nobody want to be us. Nobody wants to deal with the situations that we deal with as believers, as followers of the Most High. So at the end of the day, I watch a lot of those podcasts. I watch a lot of those videos and shorts because they're very informative. But I know that the biggest difference is the Most High is not present. It's more based on humans. It's more based on the world. It's more based on opinion. But they do have a lot of data. They do a lot of research and they show you a lot of things. I was surprised when Just Pearly Things said that 80% of women sleep with 20% of men. I was shocked. I was shocked when MTR would bring up certain videos and would talk about how young women are treating themselves and expect us to treat them. And they can treat us like dirt. I was shocked. But I learned that we live in a day and age where the cup of iniquity is flowing and it's getting crazy. So the one thing I will say is a lot of social media influencers are making money. I'm not saying a lot, but a lot of the ones who are top tier, they're making money. They're getting the super chats. They're getting all of the comments. They're getting all of the likes. They're getting all of the subscribers because they have found a narrative that fits your brain. But at the end of the day, is it feeding your spirit or is it just feeding your anger? Is it feeding your spirit or is it just feeding your anger? Is it that misery loves company? Are you so miserable that you need someone to be right there with you miserable at the same time? I believe that as men and women, we communicate differently. We're wired differently. But the one thing that keeps us together is love, critical thinking, and the Holy Spirit. Understand this, people. This your boy Hally. This is Gvg Podcast. What I'm saying is don't let these people become your gods. They're great for advice. They're great for the things that we need in this world. They're great for ego. They're great for standards. They're great for, having a good sense of self. And they have a lot of truth and a lot of data. But at the end of the day, is it led by the Holy Spirit? And this is no disrespect to any of them. What I'm saying is, even me, never let someone like me, a human being, become your God. Because all we will ever be is little gods. We will never be the Most High God. This is your boy, Hally. Rest easy for Kevin Samuels. Andrew Tate. There's a lot of things that he says that is truth. Sometimes he does go overboard. Not my style in particular, but he says some truth. Just Pearly things. She has a lot of data. And she has a lot of different people on her show who gets owned, as she would say. Poor Man's Podcast. More power to you, brother. I see what you're doing. My favorite is MTR. I'm not going to lie. Gives you a real sense of worth and a sense of, doing better every day. But at the end of the day, this podcast, it's going to be driven by the Most High and it's going to be led by the Holy Spirit. This your boy, Hally. This is Gvg Podcast, and we out. Thank you for being a part of this experience. GVG appreciates every single one of you. I hope you came away from this video with a little more perspective, patience, understanding, and purpose. So until next time, we on Christ time.
I'm out here on the run again. Runaway slave ain't got no friends. TB say that we crazy. That bankroll not gon' save me.